Ernest, you're in the middle. Stand there, Rick.
Okay, we have Frankie, Ernest, and Brendan. Ernest, walk us through the defensive possession late where Xavier gets a long rebound. You guys are scrambling. You close out on a three-point shot. Guy drives past you and the punch goes up straight up and gets a block. Just talk about that moment and how big was that coming down the stretch to play tough defense like that?
My communication to punch, man, we were talking earlier today. I told him just to always be ready. Me and him had a conversation about him coming in, starting at the 4. And, again, like he's a freshman, and obviously I've been through this. And I told him the only thing that you can control is your effort. A lot of teams we're gonna play teams, and a lot of teams that we're gonna play are gonna make sure they scout me on the role and just understand my activity on the glass. And I told him, whenever you get an opportunity to be in there with me, bro, like that's free rebounds for you. Everyone's gonna be focused. I told these dudes on the offensive end when they're driving. You saw it a couple of times when Wenzel he's going to the basket. It's like no one's there. I told them they're not gonna help off on me. If you see a lane, be aggressive and go make the bucket. And like I said, that's my communication to all the guys. Just whatever you do, man, it's just effort.
When you guys went down 60-54, you scored all of your second half points after that moment. I guess what was just kind of going through your mind when you had that hanging about?
It's all about momentum. It's a game of runs, I always say, and we started going on a run there, and everyone was bringing energy. The fans were bringing energy. The bench was bringing energy. Whenever things go like that, shots just fall. Things start going the right way, and you got to keep up that energy.
Arguably your guys' most complete game of the season from start to finish. What have you been working on the last couple of days since you're back from the West Coast?
We've been working on a lot of offensive execution. So we've been focused on moving the ball from side to side instead of letting the ball stick a little bit. I feel like this past weekend we had the ball sticking just a little bit too much, so we worked on that. So I think defensively we just focused on rebounding and just playing physical. You saw how physical Xavier was, and we had to really maintain. So I think those are the two main focus points.
Kind of following up on that, just how much of a learning experience was California for you guys?
I think it was. It was a learning experience for sure, but I just feel like that was a moment where we just realized that we can't do it by ourselves. We need all of each other to make this happen. So just meeting with each other and talking with the coaches, coming in practicing hard every day till the game. So I would say it was something we needed to move forward, and it's better now than later.
It's kind of all three of you, but to get a win like this, to make free throws late, to play tough defense, just what does this do for your confidence?
I'll definitely say it's huge. You talk about, obviously the starting 5 and the depth of our team. I feel like all across the board, man, the confidence is huge for us. We're in the Big 12. Need I say more? So obviously heading into the conference, man, obviously we're taking it one game at a time. But tonight was just proof that, we're capable. Obviously went to Palm Springs, had the week that we had, and obviously none of us were satisfied with it. None of us were happy with it. Just like Frank said, we got to take everything that happens, win or loss, as a learning experience. And like I said, man, after tonight, obviously we're gonna go and still see the things that we messed up on. See the amount of threes that we gave up. And yeah, man, take it one game at a time and understanding that we could do better.
And then guys, Rashawn's known more for his offensive game. He had 4 steals tonight. What can you say about what he provided for you guys on defense today?
Man, he stepped up big time with having Noah out for him to come in, step up, and just be ready for the big moment like that. He played the most minutes he's played all year, I think. So it was huge for him to be out there helping us on the offensive end and the defensive end. He was active. He was active hands. He was everywhere, all over the floor. So shout out to V.
Thanks. Vajon, man, he's a dog, man. One thing I tell V all the time, man, no matter how the game is going, I know he cares. His effort is going to be there every night. Like you said, his defensive presence today, man, really helped us. Man, shout out to my guard, man. Honestly, man, he's going to play hard every night, so we love him for that.
You had a moment there in the first half after Micah picked up the technical. It looked like you were saying something pretty animated there. What were you saying to him about?
Micah, man, again, he's another dude on this team that cares. He loves his game, man. He blood, sweat, and tears to this game. I see it in practice. I see it in the games, and just again, he's a freshman. I told him when you get in these tough situations, you're playing really good teams, man. You can't let your emotion take over, because we all understand that our emotions lead us to do things and just not thinking straight. And I told him after that first tech, I told him he was good. Told him next play. The only thing I told him was next play, bro. We got you. Your brothers got you. Team's behind you. We understand it, man. We love this game. We're gonna show emotion, but just told him next play. That's it.
tonight, almost shooting 40% from the career. I guess what was the key to you guys kind of slowing it down on that side?
Just trying to take away threes. We have a goal to 5 or less threes a game. We knew that they had shooters, and we knew that we had to close out and help off the backside. So I think we had a good job playing low man. We were all kind of helping each other throughout the entirety of the game, and so I thought we did good.
And to add to that, I feel like they're one of the best transition teams in the country.
Yeah.
We held them to 11 transition fast break points. So, I mean, I think they averaged 20 on the year, so cut down half of that. That eliminates a lot of their opportunities.
You talked about this a little bit, Frankie, but you mentioned working on swinging the ball. You guys went deeper into the shot clock tonight, I feel like, than we've seen you do this season. Was that intentional, kind of part of the game plan for this team?
Yeah, I think it was intentional. I think it has a lot to do with just us trusting our offense and our half-court offense. Because, I mean, we got a lot of unselfish guys, and we got a lot of guys that can make plays off the dribble. So just trusting that if we swing the ball and just wait for a good shot or a great shot instead of a good shot, then that'll take us a long way.
You mentioned transition points. You guys had 19 tonight. How good did it feel to get out and run a little bit and let that complement your half-court offense?
Exhausting. It felt great, though, because, I mean, those give us a lot of easy baskets. So, like, if we can get so many transition points, I mean, you seen Ern running at the end of the game, got him a dunk. And then you got Vashawn. He had him a nice little layup. So, I mean, those are easy baskets that help us build confidence and not only, like, get a good flow of the game. So,
Brendan, you talk about confidence. This is at least twice now this season where you've had a big three and a big moment. Just how, I mean, what does that do for you, for your team? How does it feel to hit a shot like that?
It's nice, especially after our last 2 games. I didn't shoot it very good. But, I'm not going to stop shooting. I know that my teammates and my coach believe in me, and they want me to shoot, and they're always telling me to keep shooting it. So it's nice. It's nice getting those opportunities, and I pray that I keep making them.
Any last question for him? Okay.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for being here. Great win for us tonight. Obviously, we needed. Saw bits and pieces of how good we can be. I'm heavily encouraged. I thought Brendan really responded well. He was sick in the last 2 games. I didn't practice before those games, and it was a different guy, so that was huge. I thought Frankie was terrific with the 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover. Trey battled, and Trey played both spots, played a lot of minutes for us. I thought was good defensively. Those 4 steals stand out. This is a really good team we beat. We found the way. Obviously, Noah being out, we found out kind of right before the game. So that was another change we had to go through. So, it's just you get a new group, you think you're coming along, and then all of a sudden we've had change. As it's gotten close to the season with Ernest out and Brendan not being there, and then Noah. So, but I thought our guys responded well. Punch was good for us. I thought Jace down the stretch was huge defensively. Changed up a little bit what we were doing defensively, and that's how we came up with some of those steals. So, it's proud of how our guys handled it.
You guys are winning most of the whole game, and you go down 60 to 54.
Yeah.
But then you guys, I think, just held them 4 field goals the rest of the way. What was the key to this?
Yeah, I thought offensively we really had a good stretch of really getting 3 layups in a row. We grinded it out and executed there. Defensively, we weren't good enough defensively. They're very good offensively. Let's make that clear. They're a very good offensive team. We can't let normally teams shoot 48%, 49% against us and win, and so. I thought we forced turnovers, so that's kind of the thing we're doing to make up for the field goal percentage not being where it needs to be. But I still think we can do a better job. And but we changed defenses a little bit down the stretch, last 2 minutes, and substituted defense a little bit. And that, I think, was part of that, Stephen, on it. We got to the line, so we were able to do that, so that helped. And then I thought those were the biggest things. Really the long rebound second shots are the things that really bothered me because we were up 7 at halftime, I think, on rebounds, and we ended up tied. And we've been emphasizing that all week. Our rebounding is I'm still don't understand why we're not rebounding better. But it was good to see our guards get 7 and Vashon get 4. So that's part of our defense. Punch is good for us defensively. We kind of substituted him in there. We substituted Jace in there and put our best defender. So it was 8. I think that had something to do for some of those possessions down the stretch. But our execution in those 3 offensive plays was huge too. I think that we got 3 layups in a row right after that 6-point lead.
You mentioned Deshaun starting lineup
Yeah.
for Noah tonight. Can you just talk about his game and his effort, especially defensively, like with those steals?
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job, and he actually, I got to go watch it again, but his numbers don't stand out with the 3 for 12. But I think he was pretty solid defensively, and he came up with those loose balls at the end with a change in defense, and so that was huge, and happy for him. He's competitive. I really like him. He's competitive. He's just it's pretty obvious. Shot selection is just the challenge that we have to. He's got a good feel and he's a good passer, but we've got to do a better job in that area. But yeah, I thought and defense has not been his strength, so it was good. I think he was actually pretty solid today defensively. And now we put Frankie on 7. And Trey a lot of the time. So he was the guy we were obviously most concerned about, and he got a lot of shots up, but he was not exactly the most efficient. He hurt us, but you certainly don't want him to be hitting at a higher percentage. Conwell.
How much of that adjustment was Noah being out? How much of it was the rebounding and inserting David alongside Ernest?
Yeah, we were talking about doing that before we knew Noah was going, but then as it happened that way, it probably was even easier to do it because we knew we were going to have to get Trey to play some guard, and it was going to have to play out that way. So, I mean, in some ways, I think we still got to get Punch. While he played some 4, I think we still got to get him more minutes because he only played. To me, we needed him out there more. He's 13, and so that's. I think he's such a well coached, smart freshman. Like I never would have thought we'd be able to play him at 2 spots, but part of the problem was we weren't able to practice as much as we wanted to because Malik was out all summer, and then Ernest has been out so much once we've gotten going here. So we didn't have the ability to do it. I'm mad at myself, but I don't know. Unless I could have put Shone in to play the 5 in practice, that was our next option. So it's kind of limited us in some degree, but we probably should have done it earlier.
You guys got out and ran a little bit more than 19 fast break points. How much of that was the defense?
Turnovers, yeah, the turnovers. I thought we had better spacing. I mean, it was something we emphasized the other day, too. I mean, we haven't been running well enough. There wasn't a list of just 2-3 things to improve on. I mean, we're just not where we need to be, but, probably most teams aren't. And I don't. You guys are the ones that kept bringing up. We only have one returning guy, and he's been out most of the time since we started. So I wouldn't listen to you when it said it, but you may have been right and I was wrong.
How encouraged are you, with all of those caveats of how your team bounced back?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited because I know we can get better. I know we can do it. I was really excited when Frankie responded. I mean, to me, that was huge. And he got the 5 assists. He got the 1 turnover, but 7 rebounds. I thought Frankie was terrific, and we need him to be terrific. We need him. I mean, you don't win unless you have better guards than the other guards, the other team's guards. I mean, it's pretty simple. They've got to play better, and it was good. I liked how he somehow got it's you practice, you think, and then we decided red shirt. RJ wanted a red shirt, and then there wasn't a lot of minutes, and all of a sudden there's minutes, and it's the thing that you try to prepare for, but somehow we got a win against a very good team, without probably our most efficient player.
Mike had 10 points tonight, all in the first half. How important was he to
No, we need some shooting, and it was good, and obviously we haven't shot it great, but we have shot a little better lately, so. We thought we were a good shooting team, and you got to play your best shooters, and he's one of our best shooters. So obviously, Brendan wasn't at his best last week, and so you get that change of him making some shots, Micah, and then Brendan making some shots, so your offense looks a whole lot different. So.
Any other question for Coach? You got Vanderbilt coming up
Yeah.
Sunday morning. What are you looking forward to about that match?
You know, I don't know anything. I'm going to go watch them right now. I know they got 2 good guards, is what they said. I know they got the guard we were trying to recruit, and they got him. They're good. It's a big game, huge game. It's going to be, I know the Tech A&M game is huge for everybody in this part of the world, and so it's going to, I mean, the ticket sales are great for that, and so we need a great crowd. You know, obviously we've got to, we've got to have a great crowd and come out. It's a huge game. Vanderbilt's better than people thought. That's what everybody's saying. And it's a great opportunity for us. So, yes, we had a bad weekend. We weren't at our best. But there's a lot of games left, and we took care of the next one we needed to, a quality win. Certainly a quality win. All right? All right, see y'all Sunday. Thank you so much for being here.